Chapter 18. I'll have a lobster. Alexander Sherbakov left the hotel and strolled down the avenue, enjoying the early summer weather in New York and feeling pretty good about himself. The meeting could not have gone better. He had finally established himself in the export business. And from what was said at the meeting, he had every reason to expect customers in New York, the very center of U.S. commerce. He had not walked very far, however, when he was approached by a stranger. "Who are you?" Sherbakov asked. In reply, the stranger pulled out his business card. It identified him as Mike Rochford, Federal Bureau of Investigation. "I said, 'How are you?'" Rochford recounted. "I knew you many years ago." "It was a lie. I never met him before in my life," Rochford said. "But counter-spies are not clergymen." For many years, a framed quotation from Eric Ambler decorated the office wall of James Geer, the director of the FBI's Intelligence Division. It read, in part, "I think if I were asked to single out one specific group of men, one category, as being the most suspicious, inhuman, sadistic, double-crossing set of bastards in any language, I would say without hesitation, the people who run counter-espionage departments." Sherbakov was deflated, but Rochford pressed on. "Let's go have a drink," he said. "I don't drink with strangers," the Russian replied. "Okay," Rochford said. "You have a glass of water, I'll have a beer." They walked back to Sherbakov's hotel. In the lobby, Sherbakov demanded, "How do I know you are who you say you are?" In reply, Rochford pulled out his official credential. Sherbakov got angry. It was finally beginning to dawn on him that he'd been lured to New York and ensnared in a counterintelligence operation. "You ruined my business opportunity," he protested. "You set me up. I'm going to the security officer of the Russian mission to the UN, and you're going to wake up tomorrow and you will be on the front page of the New York Times." "Don't flatter yourself," Rochford retorted. "You'll be lucky to get in a comic strip in the Washington Times." Sherbakov was furious. "He's swearing at me in Russian," Rochford said, "and doesn't know I speak Russian." Rochford tried to calm the Russian down. "I said I just want to help the U.S., and the result will make you the richest businessman in Russia." That seemed to get the Russian's attention. "I have to be here for another couple of weeks," Rochford said. He knew that his target wasn't going anywhere. The plane ticket that was sent to Sherbakov had a return date 2 weeks later. It was 11:30 a.m. The Russian didn't drink anything. Rochford was finishing a beer. "Only 2 people know I'm here," Rochford assured him. "Only the director of the CIA and the director of the FBI." "Bullshit," Sherbakov said. "You probably have a whole team of people here." He was right. A large contingent of top counter-spies as well as technical specialists had accompanied Rochford to New York. They included Carolyn Gwen Fuller, Deborah Evans Smith, Jim Milburn, the Soviet analyst Dan Cloyd, and Les Weiser, who found the post-it note that ended Aldrich Ames's spying career. "You're probably recording everything," Sherbakov said. I said, "I'm not recording anything." That was true, for the moment. Rochford had booked a hotel not far from the Benjamin as his headquarters. The FBI techs were set up in the room next to his and ready to secretly record everything if at some point Sherbakov could be persuaded to meet in Rochford's room. Rochford asked the Russian if he had any money. He said he didn't. "I'll take you to dinner tonight," Rochford said. "Will it be paid for by your director?" Sherbakov asked. Rochford said yes. "Good," Sherbakov said. "I'll have a lobster."